Okay guys, I know that there's tons of XP farms out there, but really this one is the only one you need. Let me show you why. Look, 0 XP. Flip the switch, turns off the hopper. Let's watch it go up. 23 XP. Guys, I'm not skipping anything. This is real time. 31 XP. 2 blocks, 31 XP. $37 XP. Hey guys, Profe Pablo here, Spanish teacher turned Minecraft engineer. Today, we are going to be looking at the easiest possible XP farm. So basically, here it is. And you're going to look at that and be like, oh, that's just a smelter. But hear me out. We've got some tweaks to this that we're going to do, and it's going to be really good. But yeah, so basically, you have a smelter, and you leave this thing running while you do other chores, and you will get tons of XP, even though it's so simple. This is my main XP source on my server right now. Let me show you how to make it. So first, lay down a chest, put a hopper behind that chest going into it, place down a furnace, then put a hopper going into the side of that furnace, then put a hopper going into the top. You put your fuel in here, you put your stuff in here, it'll come out in this chest, and then place down a block and a lever, and I'll explain to you why you need that in just a second. So again, this XP farm is super easy to make, but you can make it even more efficient. So by adding a few double chests, you can add more stuff to be smelted up top and more fuel to the side. It could be different kinds of fuel, which we will also talk about in a second. But what I want to mention is you need this thing to be cooking all the time. So things that I suggest throwing in here to be cooking would be cobblestone, because you can cook cobblestone twice. I also suggest throwing all of your meats in here, sand when you have sand, kelp when you have kelp, everything that can possibly be cooked. Always keep this thing full so it's always going, and that way you can always get XP. Now I just switched over to survival. You'll notice that I only have 1 XP. Watch what this thing does. So when you're ready to get XP, you cannot grab from the chest. The chest does not store XP, the furnace does. So what you do is you flip this switch, that turns off this hopper, you open up your furnace, wait, and then you grab what was in there. And you'll notice that I got 2 full bars of XP really quickly. Grab 1 item at a time until you're done getting the XP that you want to get. Look, I just got another 2 bars. Grab another one. 6. Okay, I just got up to 6 XP in no time flat. That's because the XP gets stored in this furnace from everything that you've smelted before. And you'll notice I didn't smelt that much. It was only about 3 stacks of items. I'm already getting tons of XP from this thing. So what you want to do is stand here when you're ready to get XP, grab 1 item at a time. Look, I'm up to 8. And you're going to get tons of XP, and when you're done, you flip the switch and let it keep smelting while you go and do other stuff. Now, let's talk about fuel. So you can put anything that's made of wood. If you have extra wood lying around as you have your inventory getting full up and you want to declutter your inventory, throw that wood into that chest. You can also use charcoal. You can do that by smelting logs, which you could also place in this thing up here to be smelted and make charcoal. Also, you can consider attaching a charcoal farm to this thing. I have videos on that. I'll leave those in the description below. Also, as you mine, you are going to get tons and tons of coal. You could use that. And any items that you just don't use anymore. For example, bowls, wooden tools, things that you're just done with. You can throw all of those into this chest to work this XP farm for you, and that way you don't waste those items. Now, all these fuel sources are pretty good. My favorite is charcoal because of the charcoal farms you can make, but there are also better fuel sources like this. Kelp blocks are great sources of fuel. You can smelt quite a few items with a kelp block, but they're kind of tedious to make. Coal blocks Coal blocks are actually more efficient than 9 pieces of coal that are used to make coal blocks. So 9 pieces of coal will get you 72 items smelted, and a coal block will smelt 80 items. But the most efficient fuel that you can use is lava buckets. So what I suggest doing is grabbing a couple stacks of buckets and heading over to the Nether. When you're in the Nether, come down to a lava lake and start filling up those buckets. Now be sure and crouch so that you don't fall in like I just did. Now a couple of stacks of lava buckets will almost fill up all of your inventory, and then you take those lava buckets and throw them into this chest. I already had some in here. Now what's going to happen is when this is done, it is going to throw the empty buckets down here. Once all of your buckets are gone, you go back into the Nether, go back to a lake and fill it back up. But each bucket does 100 items, so that's a ton of items. And that is it for the smallest XP farm. Now listen, you can make this thing bigger and get more XP, but really, again, this is all I'm using on my server right now to get plenty of XP. I hope you guys enjoyed this short tutorial. Thanks for watching.